Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to share this list with you guys because today I will be sharing new Apple TV lesbian movies and series that I will highly recommend you all to go ahead, go watch, go support. But before we get into further details, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. So first, we're gonna start off with Come See Me in the Good Light. It is a critical acclaimed 2025 documentary film that captures the final years of American poet and activist Andrea Gibson. The film is an intimate and humorous, portrait of Gibson and her partner, fellow poet Megan, as they navigate Gibson terminal, ovarian in this case diagnosis. The title is taken from the line is one of Gibson's love poems for fairly, servings and invitation to find a lightness and joy. Even in their difficult times, they still try to find a way to be happy and to see the positive side of things, even though they know it is their final moments together. One of the things that I definitely enjoyed about this documentary film is that it is a real story. You can genuinely see how difficult it was for them to realize that this is their final moments together, but somewhere, somehow, just try to make the best out of it and try to figure out, what will be after and, how will they be, dealing with grief and also, just overcoming differences. Very interesting story. I will highly recommend watching. And then moving forward, we have Pluribus. The story centers on Carol, a jaded romance novelist who is an unapologetic lesbian. The series begins with Carol and her wife, manager Helen, on a book tour in Albuquerque when the alien virus hits. It causes, basically, a lot of disruptions. Seizures in most people as they, merge into a singular collective, conjunction known as, the joining. Helen suffers head trauma during her, in this case, her situation and passes away shortly after joining the hive. Upon Helen's passing, her memories include her 20-year private marriage to Carol are uploaded to the Global Collective. Interesting story. Yes, to be honest, I have done a review regarding the stories on the channel. I feel like a lot of, clips and reviews already have been going around regarding their story. I feel like it definitely was one of the most currently one of the most series watched, when it comes to lesbian content. So if you guys haven't watched it, I can definitely say that you're missing out on it. Very different plot compared to the other plots that I have watched this year. Very good, and also it's definitely worth the watch in my personal opinion. So don't miss out on it. Then moving forward, we have Bad Sisters. In season 2, the relationship between BB Harvey and her wife Nora centers on a journey to expand their family, which eventually, creates significant emotional tension due to external, influence. At the start of the season, Bibi and Nora are actively looking for an egg donor to have another child. A central conflict, arises when the antagonist, Angelica, overhears a private conversation where Bibi admits, to being nervous about having another child whose DNA would not be her own or Nora's. It actually, ends up creating a lot of conflict between the two because you can say even though that's what they want, this, the vision and the goal they are working towards too, you can still say at the same time they're very nervous because they don't know what will be the outcome. And also they don't want to, put themselves in a position where they regret, the decision that they, are deciding to make. And at the end of the day, very good story. Season one was good, but I do feel like season two in this case is even better. If you guys have watched it, let me know your personal thoughts on it. Me personally, I definitely, hopefully I will be doing a review very soon when it comes to their story. I feel like it's, 100% worth the comment. And if you have watched it, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as well. Then moving forward, we have Monarch Legacy of Monsters. In season 2, the show continues to explore the lesbian identity of protagonist Kate and her involving situation with Mary. Kate is, basically a lesbian fact established throughout season 1 when it came to her past relationship that she had with her girlfriend that unfortunately, passed away. And then also moving on later on towards the season, you can see that, we can see a noticeable and intimate connection growing between Kate and Mary. With a specific episode featuring moments like a visit to a gay bar in season 2, the narrative scenes, at the complex dynamic involving the Rhonda sibling, which continues to be a point of discussion at the group, navigating their roles within the Monarch. Yes, so this one I thought, we would see a little bit more of, Kate, in this case, her possible love interest in the very beginning, but I guess like they are slowly heating us up towards the moment. But we can see in season two, Kate at a gay bar just having fun and connecting with somebody else, or just, having fun moments. I haven't had the opportunity to watch season two yet, but it's definitely on my to-do list. So, hopefully, very soon I can give you guys a little bit more of context on what is going on, in this, specific season when it comes to Kate's story. But hopefully she has a love interest that will just make the story even better. Then moving forward, we have Whistle, the 2026 supernatural horror film centers on a sci-fi romance between the protagonist Chris, Ellie, a group of instant high school students that discovers an ancient Aztec passing whistle. Christy transfers is basically a transfer student with a dark past, and Ellie, a high achieving student, form an immediate connection. Their relationship developed rapidly under the pressure of the supernatural threat. Ellie is drawn to Christie's, unapologetic nature, while Christie finds, drawing in Ellie's support reviews highlighted, in this case, like a complex dynamic that they end up developing. This one is a horror thriller, so it's very different from the other ones on the list. Even though, this one will be available or is available on the platform depending on your location, and also it is available according to the research that I have done. It is available for rent or purchase. I'm not 100% sure if it's available with subscription. You have to go check it out. But yet, a very popular movie. It has been growing a lot in this last 2 months. So if you guys have also watched it, let me know your opinion on it. It looks really, 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 like really good. Then moving forward, we have The Guest. In the 2025 series, The Guest featured a significant female relationship complexity between Ria, a struggling cleaner, is hired by a wealthy, charismatic friend, takes Ria under her wing, leading to an intense, codependent and often manipulative relationship. While not a traditional, romantic story, the plot centers heavily on the obsessive, intimate, and dangerous bond between the two women, featuring toxic, lesbian coded, situations. A lot of people felt like, oh, this one, even though they never got to a point where they were romantically involved with one another, you can definitely see a dynamic of, complexity, toxicity, and just, also like power over one another developing. Yes, even though they don't get involved romantically, I still feel like we can categorize it, more according to my opinion, more or less in that category. Let me know if you agree with me, and if you disagree with me, also let me know why. I'm always open for a conversation. This one is also available to rent and to buy on the platform and also on other platforms as well. It's very well known. It actually got really, really, really good ratings. So go watch, don't miss out on it, because it definitely doesn't disappoint at all. So yes, guys, that's basically it. This is our a couple of Apple TV content that I will highly recommend. You also go ahead, go watch, go support if you haven't watched it yet. I really hope you all have enjoyed this video, and I see you guys again at the next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and goodbye.